All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. This is taken at his 4. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Set. 19. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 3 down. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on first. Down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of 7.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely. Nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Darius Smith on the stop. A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. The 30. And all the way down to the 20. Two-yard line.
50 yards on the play. That's good for a Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Comes to me, it's me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Packers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the 1st quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded at the 6. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimous St. Brown. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Here's Rodgers, looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson. He's He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Jabal sheared. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. On deck, strong right, strong right.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some.
He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. To try here for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Go get him, go get him, go get him. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 24. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Short. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Watson on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man right side is St. Brown. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, Green Bay.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Coco over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll fire a desperate, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Packers! From 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the safety creep. Check 3.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the screen.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points in. They've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
40 wants the mic. Check 41. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
And again, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Inside.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, his throw caught right around the 6. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The balls get...
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Part partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
59. Hey, 59. Off.
Third and long, it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. Got got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Watson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back to throw, Watson.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets...
And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
He's the mark. Hey, pick your game up. Motion. Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time. Hey, we got to sign him.
Watson looks to throw again. Dancing to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Going long here for Wallace. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And some room to work. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they...
And it's a touchdown! Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating, and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. Going long here for Wallace. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers throwing here. This complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
This is caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Team 18.
Ready?
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers looking to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, play.